So I'm heading out of town for some good old-fashioned truck camping today. Taking the scenic road out of town, if you will, New Mexico Highway 333, or as you may know it, good old-fashioned Route 66. So just going on some overnight adventures, and I will see you guys when I get there. I'm out here, I'm always looking for a new spot, right? Like I want to camp in a different spot every single chance that I get. And one of the other things that I enjoy a lot, other than camp, is actually off-roading. And this trail is pretty intense. Whether I find a new spot or not, it's pretty fun. So I'm in like straight up exploration mode, trying to find a good spot to camp for the night. I ended up finding this trail, but I think this is more of a dirt bike trail. And I'm kind of in here. I'm trying to figure out if I can maybe pull my truck in off over here somewhere. Kind of get in there and park in there in order to find my spot for the night. It's super tight. I'm glad that I have a small truck because everything's super tight. My other option is going to be up here, and this is a lot more open. I can kind of come right around, maybe like right around here, and maybe park, you know, facing that log or something. This is where I came in off the trail. Is back over here. So I finally got her in where I wanted to go. Added a few more scratches to the truck, but I mean, who cares? I don't think that I harmed any trees, really. I mean, the trees just harmed my truck, but I was trying to sneak back in here and get to a spot that there's no way anybody's gonna come out here. Absolutely not. So I'm out here by myself tonight, which is what I'm looking for. So I have my truck parked in a nice spot. I have a decent like clearing right in here that I'm gonna set my camp up in. Build a little fire pit, just a little one, cook some dinner here in a little bit. It's not that late yet. I'm going to work on the shell here just a smidgen. So the other night when I went stealth camping and I was camping in the cemetery, I had cut up these moving blankets and I used them to insulate my windows. And I think that it worked pretty well for insulation. It definitely blocked out all kinds of light pollution. I don't need it for the light pollution tonight. I probably won't be putting it back up for insulating purposes because I used duct tape. And I thought that this duct tape black would be similar to Gorilla Tape, which I use Gorilla Tape all day long at work. And Gorilla Tape is a far superior product to anything duct tape. I got this duct tape black. It's just regular duct tape. And within a week, these blankets had already fallen off of my windows. So I'm gonna take all these pieces out and just store them in the back of my truck. I will be using them later in the winter, but I'm kind of contemplating over the next few weeks redoing my camper shell setup and kind of trying to make it a little bit better. It's functional the way that it works right now. Like I love the way that the bins come out. It's all super simple setup. It works really well for me, and I've been enjoying the crap out of it. But I'm thinking I'm going to insulate the entire thing because I'm no longer going to be using my truck, at least throughout the winter. I won't have to take the shell off and use my truck as a truck. You're right, I'm not moving things, I'm not hauling dirt, I'm not going to do anything like that. So if I insulate the entire thing, I may take this platform out and kind of retry to configure some things. Right now, as it is, not very comfortably can I sit up in the back. I can now better because I did lower my platform, but I can't sit up as well as I'd like to. So over the next couple weeks, that may be a project that I work on. I just wanted to make sure I got out here. I'm not going to tarp up or anything tonight because as you can see, the sky is super clear. So I'm just going to take these, put them away, put them in the back of my truck for now and repurpose them later when I have a better product than duct tape. I guess it would be good to get like a folding shovel. That way I don't have to do this by hand, but you know, whatever, for now, it works. So I have plenty of firewood. I have this down log right here that I can pull from. As well as, honestly, this whole tree, I could totally just pull from that. It's completely gone. It's so dry. Then I have a bunch of this over here too, and this is all within like feet of where I'm at. Now that I'm all set up, it's time for me to enjoy a nice sparkling water. I am still living the sober life, so I'm not drinking alcohol, I'm not smoking weed, I'm not doing that kind of stuff. So sorry boys at work, I know you want to get a beer with me, you know, after work some days, but I'll go have a Coke or something this next week. But yeah, still living the sober life. It's worked out really great for me. It feels pretty awesome. And I'm focusing a lot better. So it has helped with a lot of my ADHD symptoms. And it's really helped with this, just coming out here and getting set up and everything like that. And I think that if I was still partaking in those substances, I wouldn't be out here filming a video right now. I'd probably be couch locked or just hanging out, too lazy to get out here and do this. And you know, I enjoy this, so glad that I'm out here. You guys can drink a beer at home with me if you want to, but I'm gonna have my sparkling water and enjoy the moment. I wanted to start cooking before it got dark, because last time I was out here and I tried to cook, it got dark on me. My meat didn't have a chance to thaw, but tonight, basically what I brought was just stuff from my freezer. So I'm cooking just a little bit of hamburger, and I have some frozen green beans, and that's going to be about it. So I was cleaning out the freezer and figured I'd bring that stuff. I do want to get better at cooking out here and, you know, making better meals. And I have this thing that I want to use. I need to get a pot to use it in order to make like some stew and things like that. But definitely think that some stew in the wintertime is going to hit just right out here. Because right now it's not super cold. I did have to put my jacket on already because it got a little bit chilly. I'm in the shade. It's not super cold yet. It probably won't get too cold up here tonight. Hopefully, you know, maybe in the 30s up here. But here in the next couple weeks, it's going to start getting really cold on me. So I'm going to want things that are going to warm the belly. But yeah, tonight, basically, it's going to be the ground beef, some green beans, and then I brought some hot sauce to throw in it. And I'll just eat it kind of like that. Keeping it simple is what I had in the freezer. Didn't feel like doing too much and spending money on it. I really want to get a dog. So like high key. So I do have 2 dogs. But neither one of them are really suited for camping. So my dog Buddy, he really used to love to go on these trips, and he used to love to come out here and come camping. But he's just too old now. He's like 12 or 13 years old, and he just has bad hips, and like I don't think it would be right to bring him because I don't think that he would be comfortable out here. And then I have another dog, a small dog named Yogi, and he's super cool, but he's real dainty. Like he's super fragile and just he gets cold super easy, and he's tiny. So I want to get something that's like maybe like a corgi mix. I really want a corgi mix. something that's like 30 pounds or somewhere around there that I can just, you know, have running around and then curl up in the back of the truck with me. And like something like this would be perfect because I could share my meal with him and have somebody to share it with. I like coming out here alone. I enjoy the aspect of being out here alone. It's fun to come with other people, but like really being alone is where it's at for me because of the opportunity to turn everything down and turn everything off. But I think a dog would make a big difference too. So definitely think that I'm going to be looking in and getting a dog, and you guys will need him, I'm sure, as long as you're following the videos. If this is a good time, hey, if you guys want to support the channel, you know, just like and subscribe, right? Like this video, subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me. I'd like to get to the point where I could camp a lot, or I could build a van out, or I could make improvements to my truck and really have YouTube fund that. I think that that would be really, really awesome. I also do sell like stickers and t-shirts and stuff like that. I'll put a link in the description there if you guys want to support me that way. At least that way you can get some merchandise and things like that. But no pressure. I know I'm not the best out here on YouTube. You know, you could watch Mav cook instead of me burning the crap out of this. But hey, if you like hanging out with me, you know what I mean? I really, really appreciate it, guys. It means the world to me. But yeah, thinking about getting a dog. Just to keep me a little bit more company out here. Also, maybe make me feel a little bit more safe. You know, when I'm out here alone, it's fine. I know I'm alone, but you never know, right? You never know. I'm more worried about like crazy people, especially where I'm camping right now. It's close enough to the city that anybody could really find their way wandering up here if they needed to. I'm pretty isolated back where I'm at, but there's a trail leading up here. You know what I mean? So it would just be nice to have that added sense of security. So now I got my ground beef all chopped up and cooked nice and pretty. Time to add some hot sauce. I'm just using Louisiana. Good old Louisiana hot sauce. And I want to drench this beezy. I want a lot in there. Now I'm just going to add some frozen green beans. And there we go. Just kind of put the whole bag there. So I have meat and veggies. That's really like all you need, right? So this should taste pretty good. It's going to be pretty decent, I think. Not the best, but probably one of the easiest camping meals you can probably make. I think that's just about ready. Always forget cast iron gets so hot. You got to have a glove. I just double up on these leather gloves, and it does a trick for a couple minutes or a couple seconds while ever you're grabbing the handle here. But get this off the fire. It does smell good, so at least it has that going for it. I'm just gonna kind of serve some up here. Probably could use a spoon, would be smarter and better, but if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know, smarter and better is not always what I'm about. Although I do try for the most part. That's kind of what it looks like there. Give this a shot, a little taste test here. It's damn good. It tastes good, you know. Ground beef, green beans, and Louisiana hot sauce. And it tastes, I don't know if it's because like, it actually, pardon me, I don't want to talk with my mouth full, but it actually came out really good. I'm happy. I don't know, you know, when I cook in a cast iron over a fire, a lot of the time, I don't know if you guys can see that, you get like crispy bits, little charred bits of the ground beef. That's actually my favorite part. If you guys need to clean your freezer out, you have a cast iron pan and you're going camping, I am pleasantly surprised with this. I'll tell you that much right now. I'm gonna finish up, have my dinner, and then try to get a view, if I can, of the sunset. I guess it's the sauce, right? Makes all the difference. So I ate every last bite of that, and it was totally delicious. It was really, really good. So, very nice. Very, very nice. Super simple. Only 2 things that you got to bring with you. 3 things, because you got to bring the sauce, right? So, yeah, I want to get better at cooking out here. I know that a lot of people like to watch that sort of thing on YouTube, but, you know, doing what I can while I can, when I can. So the only like real big downside to using a cooler is you can't bring ice cream, right? So what are you gonna do for dessert? I just got myself a chocolate bar today. Just felt like treating myself to something sweet after dinner, so. Firewood. In the spirit of Halloween, I figured that my nighttime gear to keep me warm should be a Jack Skellington onesie. So I got my thermals on. I got this onesie on. I have a couple jackets if I need them, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. I did double up my socks. The temperature is dropping right now, but I'm still very warm, very comfortable, and probably in like another hour or so, I'm just going to crawl into my truck and go to bed. I go to bed earlier on the nights that I stay out here, and I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. It's about like 8:30 right now, and I decided just to crawl into the back of my truck. I was sitting there watching the fire for like the last, I don't know, probably like the last hour, just watching it, and man, it really relaxed me. So I think that I'm gonna get like definitely an early bedtime. But that happens to me when I'm out here. It's just like, it's so relaxing, and I don't know, I just feel like going to bed so I can do what I want, I guess. I guess that's what it comes down to, right? I'm out here so I can have like more of a sense of freedom, and like freedom is going to bed if you want to go to bed. So yeah, it's like 8:30, but I'm gonna go to bed anyway. So I will definitely see you guys in the morning. I got my keto super coffee to drink in the morning. I'm gonna head out kind of early. It's my wife's birthday. Well, her birthday's on Tuesday, but I wanted to take her for a surprise tomorrow and do a few things this weekend. So I'm gonna head out pretty early tomorrow. I might even head out when it gets dark. I mean, I'm going to bed now. I'll probably be up at like 5 o'clock. So if I can get my truck out of this spot that early, I will try, and then head down the trail. But yeah, anyways, good night, guys.
Morning, guys. Slept in a little bit more than I wanted to, but that's just because it was too cozy, I guess. You can see the sun's just about to start coming up, so I'm gonna start getting up and getting ready to get going. Oh, excuse me. Probably about 35 degrees outside right now. Pretty cold, not that cold. I'm gonna need to upgrade my sleeping bag at some point, but last night I ended up using my little trick that I do where I just light these candles in a cake pan, and those candles, they warm up the space. I mean, the air around me right now is pretty fine. If I touch the windows, of course it's cold, but I'm just in my thermals. I actually had to take off the other pajamas that I had on, the Jack Skellington ones, because I was actually too hot at the beginning of the night. I probably could have put them back on a few hours ago if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. So anyway, I'm gonna get up, have my coffee, and then head on down the road. All right, guys, I'm back on the main trail, just gonna head home. So that's about it for this video. I did just want to make sure that I shared some coffee with you guys. Oh man, these are really good. So these keto super coffees, I'm telling you, for a cold coffee drink, they're awesome. But anyway, hey, if you guys like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and then subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. I hope that you have a good one, and as always, peace, guys.